In the Superman saga many years ago on planet 497, the Tamaranians would be locked in an epic war for control of the planet against the Thanagarians. King Meander leads the Tamaranians for one final push, assured of his victory. But as King Meander stands against Volgrog and the Thanagarians, it would appear that Volgrog has brought a new ally in the form of Rogol Zar. King Meander tells his forces to retreat, but it's too late as they're pushed off planet 497 by the Thanagarians, assisted by the forces of Rogol Zar. But in present time, as the Earth has been swallowed up by the Phantom Zone, Superman is trying to get to the bottom of things. Superman thinks back to a conversation he had with the Green Arrow, where the Arrow stated that it must be frustrating constantly hearing all the chaos occurring across the world. But what Green Arrow didn't realize is it's not frustrating, as Superman can turn off the noise at any time. He simply chooses not to. And yes, it does get frustrating sometimes, but oftentimes, before Superman can even lend a hand, people do their due diligence and reach out to help other people. So despite all the chaos around him, Superman refuses to say this day sucks, and he reaches out to J'onn J'onzz, the Martian Manhunter, to establish a psychic link across the Justice League. Superman conversates with the Justice League as they attempt to come up with a plan. All the while, he knows how dangerous the Phantom Zone is, as it's where Kryptonian law puts all the advanced things that civilization doesn't have the capacity to deal with. But there's another being in the Phantom Zone, one that fought Superman a long time ago, and that being is Rogol Zar. He hoped for a warrior's death, but he was denied that, as Supergirl imprisoned him in the Phantom Zone. Rogol Zar would be plunged into the total unknown of the Phantom Zone. For years, he would wander there, bitter that he was denied a warrior's death. Eventually, he would come across one of Krypton's secrets in the form of a nuclear man. Rogol Zar notices the family crest of House L, and him and the nuclear man would do battle. The nuclear man would stagger Rogol Zar and even draw blood. But eventually, Rogol Zar would adapt and overcome and destroy the nuclear man by crushing its head. A nuclear explosion would go off, and the nuclear man would fade away in an abyss of nuclear smoke. Feeling invigorated by that battle, Rogol Zar would take the cape of the nuclear man that bared the Superman crest as a trophy. But Rogol Zar notices something in the distance. He notices planet Earth has also been sucked into the Phantom Zone. Now, Rogol Zar views this as another chance to purge the galaxy of the Kryptonian rot. But as Rogol Zar attempts to get to planet Earth, he comes to the realization that Superman is alive. Now, Rogol Zar stops because he knows that Superman would stop all that dared to threaten Earth. He knows he cannot waste this opportunity, so instead of rushing in, he decides to gather an army. Meanwhile, Superman heads back to the new Fortress of Solitude, where he rendezvous with Flash. Now, Superman and Barry take a look at the Phantom Zone projector, but they come to the conclusion that the projector is a bit too small to have sucked in a planet. But as Superman and Barry are talking, Barry Allen suddenly starts to get sick, and then he collapses. Other members of the League report feeling sick, leading Superman to come to the conclusion that the Phantom Zone's atmosphere is affecting living creatures. As Superman carries the Flash, he knows he must get to the bottom of this really quick or risk never seeing his family again. To be continued.